Hello everybody, Multiman37 back here with part 2 of my review of the complete selection modification Deno Belt and K-Taros, this time focusing on the K-Taros. The next video will of course be G-Deno and the other extra sound effects. Again, there's a lot to this. So, let's get started. So, I'm not going to show the box off like last time, since you should already know what this is. That's getting a little bit of fingerprints here. Good thing I had paper towels here. Anyway, get down it. So here we have the good old Climax phone itself, the K-Taros. Very nicely done. It's not matte black, although I wish it were, because boy, is this thing a fingerprint magnet. Because they made this a matte black, and that's grease on that. God, where did that come from? I did not touch you when I had greasy hands. Yeah, that's better. Because they did this in a matte black so that it wasn't that much of a fingerprint magnet. Don't see how they couldn't have done that here. But, oh well, and I didn't mean to do that. So, yeah, very nicely done. So right now it's closed up. You do get Deno system written on here. And, yeah, the red here is done in a metallic finish, which I do like. And it still has that same little keychain loop that still is open, so you could still stick a keychain through here if you really wanted to. Don't know why you would, but oh well. Okay, I thought that was off. But when you open it up, you get the phone itself. The keypad is, again, still sideways, but it's supposed to be like that in the show. And you get to see more of the metallic red going through here. Oh yeah, the camera isn't actually a sticker. They kind of just took this little metal part and made it the camera, so that's nice. This still takes two AAA batteries that do still go here. You do get the little arrow telling you how you're supposed to put this on, and the little paint here wasn't evident on the old version. So here we have the old version for a little bit of comparison. This is the version that came in the Legend Rider series toy line. So yeah, the Legend Rider toy line, which was modified to have, which wasn't supposed to give you random calls from Momotaros. And there's a lot more, and boy, the ridges here did not want to stay painted. Luckily, this part is actually plastic, so that's nice. The only thing that was paint is here on the thing. But, yeah, I might have to replace the batteries in here. Roughly, they're about the same size. But there are a bit of minor differences. This is more friction-based when it's opened, and this is kind of a sort of not really as friction-based. One thing I still don't like is that those springs are still really inconvenient. Because if you're pretending to call somebody and you hold this up to your ear, I mean, it's a lot more softer than the one here where it's just like, bam. But if you hold that close to you and you accidentally pushed the top of the phone backwards like that, your ears are still going to start ringing. Trust me. So yeah, again, you still might want to hold it with your finger covering the area so that you don't cause yourself to go deaf from the vibration of the springs. And also the number pad is a little bit different. This one is more elongated. The complete selection one, or yeah, the C.S.M. one. The little panels here for like mail and all that stuff has actually been, so scroll up, scroll down, book and mail have all been painted in, while these were molded in without any paint. The button setup is still more or less the same, except the buttons here are much bigger. So yeah, and this one was modified to give you random sounds from the imagin. This doesn't give you randomized sounds. Depending on what button you hit, what color button you hit will depict an imagin voice, and the number depicts a phrase. Another thing, the pin here has been moved. It's a lot less noticeable, and it's this pin right here. So this is what activates the climax form and liner form functions of the belt. As well as the decal back here has been changed, and they no longer have the copyright information sticking back there. Oh yeah, and turns out I was wrong about this ticket. It actually is a police ticket, but it's not for G Deno. It was for the Deno and Kiva movie. I haven't seen Deno in a while, so forgive me. I do regret not watching it as often as I wanted to, though. And I did forget to show off what a ticket looks like in here, too. So I'm just going to shove the blank ticket. Actually, since I pulled it out, I'm going to put in the police ticket. Why not? So, there's a police ticket. I'm going to use that. So, let's get to the sounds. The on-off switch, instead of being on the back, is on the side. Still ruins the effect, but it's not as bad. Sounds are a lot nicer. So you get the cancel button. This is actually the train button. It serves two purposes: summoning the trains and activating the BGM for forget what that's supposed to be called, and climax jump. But I will show more of that off in the extras video. So you also do get the call button, which does make the ringtone, much like how the Legend version makes the ringtone. For some reason, there's still a white part sticking out of here on mine. I'm not sure if I can get rid of that or not. I'll try to get that out. It might be styrofoam from when this was packaged, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get down to some of the other sound effects, like the imagin voices. That was in the original version. As well, it's randomized in this version. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway. And we can also summon the trains. What you have to do is you have to hit them in the upward order, then hit the train button, otherwise you'll get the BGM again. And unlike the previous two versions of this, which just did the train whistle noise, this actually makes the proper train whistle that has the sound effects here. And I forgot that was off. But you get the point. So that was for Denliner, Goka, Ikazuchi, Rekko, or Isarugi, Rekko, and Ikazuchi. They really should have separated the names on these two more. And then you also get the little button here, which has been painted silver, but you still see the light. But it doesn't do anything until you input the climax form code. Speaking of which, Dino Belt is ready to go, so first I'll go into platform. I am still amazed how that's brighter than my camera light. Anyway, so the code, 369 pound, and then call. Make sure the imagin voices is off for this one. Okay. Anyway. But there's more to it. So again, remove the frame here. And interestingly enough, immediately when you plug this in, the horns pop out, unlike the old version where it just plugged in and then when you did that, it came out. But it can still come out, like I showed you, it can still come out in the old fashion. Put that in. And so there we have climax form. There are some alternate versions of that. But they are somewhat randomized here. Oh, that's wrong. Didn't mean to do that. I'll at least get one of them. Might have to. I'm at least going to get one of them. Yeah, whatever. Either way you look at it, here we have climax form. You do get a couple of new phrases. But yeah. This doesn't really have many phrases. The old version doesn't, no matter which version you get, still doesn't make any different sounds here. You can still Doesn't really differentiate anything here. But we do get some brand new Hisatsas. 2 for full charge and 1 for, or 4 for charge and up. So I'll do the 2 full charge ones. Just for the sake of this, I will turn off the light. I'll make sure there isn't anything left. Oh wait, there was 3, never mind. Now for the 4 charge and up attacks. First is voice, yeah, I think it's boisterous kick. Boisterous punch right there. Boisterous shout. And last is Extreme / Climax version. That's just what I like to call it. I did have the thing open. There is also the D-transformation. Now, you do get some extra sound effects without this attached. Just like in the second movie, you can do this to transform. But there is another transformation. It's for liner form. Now, technically, the liner form transformation is only used in the Den Kamen Sword, but in the second movie, he did it like this. So, close that up. So yeah, I wasn't expecting liner form to be here. So two versions of full charge. Since he doesn't have the pass, you can do it like this. And the one with the pass, which just does the final attack from the Den Kamen Sword. So if you don't want to buy the Den Kamen Sword, hey, you got this. And last, you also get Chol climax form, but to really get some good sound effects, you hold down the call button, which also gets you. Eh, whatever. It did say Kanzai climax form, but somehow it doesn't want to work with me. Anyway. Yeah. There it is. So yeah, that is Cho climax form, and those phrases were spoken in the Decade and Deno movie when this first appeared. And you also get some phrases from G. I'll show more of that in the extras video. But yeah, that's enough for part 2, so stay tuned for part 3. Take care.